This is the HTC U11, and it launched last year as HTC's flagship device, and it redesigned the hardware with its new liquid glass design, and it had some standout features like the Usonic noise-canceling earbuds, the boom sound speakers, and the Edgesense squeezable frame feature. Now, the HTC just announced the U12 Plus, and it improves on some of the features that stood out on the U11. So let's take a first look at the U12 Plus in our hands-on video. So let's get this out of the way. There is only a U12 Plus model. HTC wants its customers to know that it's a big phone, so there will not be a smaller U12 model. It's a 6-inch Super LCD 6 display with a 2:1 aspect ratio and a QHD resolution. It is quite a step up in size from the U11, so it's similar in size to the Galaxy S9 Plus. The liquid glass on the back is just as nice as the U11's, but it's a bit flatter on the back. It still is curvy though, and it fits well in your hand. The bezels are a bit thicker than on the S9 Plus, but that is because HTC offers its boom sound speakers in here. So the front speaker is for treble and mid tones, while the bottom speaker produces mid and bass notes. Of course, you can choose between the music and theater listening profiles, the theater of which offers a much more immersive audio experience. On the topic of audio, there is still no headphone jack, but the same noise-canceling Usonic earbuds that debuted on the U Ultra are included in the box. Above the display are dual 8-megapixel cameras with f2.0 apertures, and although they aren't optically stabilized, the second camera allows for bokeh selfies. Also new to the U12 Plus is Face Unlock for authentication. You can also use the fingerprint scanner on the back. It's got a nice location and it's far enough away from the dual camera so you don't get smudges on it. Speaking of which, this is HTC's new dual camera system. It's got a 16-megapixel zoom camera with an f-stop of 2.6, and that's used in conjunction with a 12-megapixel wide-angle camera with a brighter f-stop of 1.75. Now both cameras are optically stabilized and calibrated for live bokeh mode. You can take portraits with this new camera and you can change the focal point after you take the shot. Like other phones, there is 2x optical zoom with that dual camera, but what other phones don't have is HTC's sonic zoom. And what it is when you're taking a video, the microphones can hone in on the sound that you're zooming into on the camera. Otherwise, you do get 4K video recording at 60 frames per second. There is no super slow-mo here, but there is 240 frames per second slow motion at 1080p. For those who prefer a little bit more control when editing images, the manual mode does offer a raw picture option. The U12 Plus got a 103 in DxO mark, the highest score of any dual camera phone, so we are excited to check out how this phone does in high dynamic range situations and low light environments for our full review. HTC's Sense UI makes a return on Android 8.0 Oreo, and HTC promised that it would receive the Android P update as well. The U12 Plus packs a Snapdragon 845 chipset and 6 GB of RAM, so we expect to see some really good performance from the U12 Plus. HTC's companion app is still here and offers AI suggestions based on your activity. So if you have, for example, a calendar meeting for dinner, you might get a reminder to charge your phone in the afternoon. There's also a feature called Smart Display. It's basically always on display and it shows you the time, the battery life, and notifications, but it doesn't do well in direct sunlight. Maybe it'll be addressed in a future update, but we'll let you know in the full review. New to the U12 Plus is HTC's Edgesense 2.0. So now, aside from just these short and long squeeze gestures, you can double tap either edge of the phone for a one-handed mode, or you can set it to whatever other shortcut you like. The new Edgesense knows how your fingers are placed on the frame, so if you lie on a couch or a bed, the screen won't rotate if you're holding it with one hand. Obviously, if you're using two hands, you're likely holding it in landscape. Something very odd about the U12 Plus is the physical buttons. They don't click like a normal key. They're actually completely digital. They use pressure sensors in the frame and offer haptic feedback, so you feel a vibration when you press a key. But we'll reserve all judgments about these digital keys until our full review. The U11 Plus had a visible Nfc antenna coil in the back of the translucent color option, which may have confused many for Qi charging. And just so there's no confusion here, the U12 Plus does not have wireless charging. Speaking of which, there is a 3500 mAh battery, and although the phone is Quick Charge 4 compatible, the included adapter is Quick Charge 3. There are 3 color options for the U12 Plus: flame red, translucent blue, and ceramic black. Otherwise, there will be 2 storage options, a 64GB starting at $799 and a 128GB starting at $849.
And of course, you'll be able to expand that storage with up to a 2TB micro SD card. The HTC U12 will open for pre-orders today on Amazon.com and HTC's website in the US, but it will only be available in ceramic black and translucent blue. The flame red is set to come down the line or whenever HTC decides to release it for the States. But definitely let us know your thoughts in the comments below. My name is Ricky, signing off for GSM Arena. Thanks for watching.